Hello, and welcome to West Ham Reunited. I'm Andy, my partner in crime, Jazz, and we also got Carl out of bed early from another bender where he went out from. So we're doing well. But we've got a guest. We've got a guest, everyone. We're going to bring him in. People know him from West Ham Fan TV. Oh, is he back? Is he there? Is he there? Oh, hey! Mike!
Right.
How you doing, Mike?
Yeah, good guys. You?
Yeah, not bad, mate. Not bad. Like I said, I've been to a few away games with you already this season, but I couldn't make it, and we thought we need to get someone on who was at the game yesterday, and you were top of the list. So thanks for coming on, mate.
You're welcome. My pleasure.
Yeah. So first of all, I'd like to thank our channel sponsor, Glazewise, doors, windows, conservatories, in and around the London, Essex, and Kent weather. John's your man. So all of his details are in the description below. First of all, though, Mike, have we got you up too early after? What time did you get in last night? Oh, there he is. He's back. Is he back? Is he back?
It might be better just doing it inside the conservatory, perhaps, in the front room. Yeah.
Yeah.
Be fine, I think. Garden's going to be a bit trickier.
Yeah. Oh,
let's sort this. Hold on. Let me go inside.
Give us a thumbs up when you're ready. Give us a thumbs up when you're ready.
Go on.
Right.
Yeah.
So yeah. So we're here talking about the drama of Elland Road. We didn't get off to the best of starts, but Mikel Antonio got us out of jail. But first of all, we'll go through the starting lineup. Jazz, was you shocked with that, or pretty much what we was expecting, wasn't it? Really?
Yeah, like I said, we said that Antonio would come in for Vlasic. That's what happened. And yeah, same team as what's been most part of the season. Looking at the Leeds team, again, they set up 4-1-4-1. Rodrigo played the sole striker role up front. Raphinha, in the end, we weren't sure. We were hoping he would not be past fit, but he managed to pass the fitness test. And James started, as we said. Dallas and Cooper, Cresswell, the centre-back pairing, really. So, yeah, Rodrigo and Raphinha were half-decent players, weren't they? As we know, during the game, they did play well. So, yeah, that's the lineup. So, Antonio in for Vlasic, and then for Leeds, Raphinha passing that late fitness test, and Rodrigo up front for them, yeah.
Carl, what do you reckon, mate?
Yeah, it was probably our strongest team available, unless it all depends on the Fab and the Areola debate, but we know Moyes will sort of stick with Fab till he makes a proper howler, and it was probably the team we'd all go for. And Leeds had a much stronger team, even though I think just Raphinha himself playing makes it a lot stronger than we were expecting going in. We were expecting a lot more young lads involved, and Raphinha was running the show for probably good 45 minutes of the game, in fairness to him.
Yeah. So as you sort of mentioned at the start, Mike went there yesterday. He drove the West Ham Fan TV boys up. Mike, was the journey a lot better than Newcastle?
Easy journey. Yeah, really easy journey, Andy. Yeah, really easy journey. It took us about what was it? Oh, we stopped like halfway up. We stopped at where is it? Grantham on the way up, and it took us about, probably by the time we parked up and everything, probably got there about, trying to remember, about 10-1 by the time we parked up.
Nice.
Oh, nice.
So not too bad, but the Leeds security staff done their very best to try and make it a little bit of a nightmare for us, to all the away fans trying to get in at the gate. So yeah, someone always has to sort of put some kind of spanner in the works, but it's all good. No, it's all good. Really good day out yesterday. Really good day out. I mean, brilliant atmosphere.
That's what Richard said. I'm gutted we weren't there. He just said that.
You've been there before, Mike, to that ground, Elland Road?
No, that was my first time. So, 100% record now at Elland Road, and I'm happy with that.
I think it's you. I think it's you, mate. We've not lost, so I think you've got to go to every away game now.
I'm a good jinx, right?
Yeah, exactly. What did you make of it, Mike, like the first 10, 15 minutes? Because I thought you were thinking it was going to be like a whitewash. I don't know about... Their goalkeeper was on form. Good saves, weren't they, really?
I mean, I'll be honest with you. I said this to Nikki yesterday. Like, first 10, 15 minutes, I actually thought that we were, we were well in the game. We were, playing quite well. And I don't know. Like, I actually, unfortunately, missed the Leeds goal. But I know how it transpired. I obviously saw it on the replay, and after the game that was. And I think like we sort once Leeds sort of went one up, they sort of got a bit more of a foothold in the game, and they were passing the ball about with don't want to say with panache, but like they were passing the ball about very freely. And I just thought to myself, like we looked like we'd gone into our shells a little bit, to be honest with you. But it was pretty much up to. Well, I mean, we were pretty poor. The rest of the first half, we were pretty poor. It looked like we were devoid of ideas. It looked like that we just didn't really know what to do, how to deal with them. And as you say, I mean, their goalkeeper had an absolute blinder yesterday. But it wasn't until the second half that when our players actually, I mean, Antonio in particular, started getting in Meslier's face a little bit and started ruffling him. And I think every time Meslier sort of came out for a ball in his 6-yard box, it was like, well, no, he didn't like the fact that he was being ruffled by Antonio. Yeah. So, and obviously Antonio was really getting in his face, and obviously they had that little set two, if you want to call it that, where the goal was disallowed, and I think probably rightly so. And I think, if I'm being honest, maybe I want to talk as I'm a West Ham fan at the end of the day, but probably as a neutral, some people would turn around and say, well, actually, Antonio could have, and maybe should have seen red for that because he led with his arm. But the thing is, he argued that he was trying to get leverage for actually trying to win the ball. So it was from Antonio's point of view, it was like, well, I didn't, there's no malice in it. Yeah. And I don't think, we really want to sort of start looking at Antonio as like that sort of player either, that he's, maliciously going to do something like that.
That's really interesting, Mike, because I was following on Sky, and Sky was saying that apparently they replayed that elbowing incident and the crowd went ballistic, and then
Correct.
The referee booked it. Otherwise, he wouldn't have booked Antonio.
That's right. But the thing is, the referee had already made his decision. And I think, I don't know whether that's like a new rule now. I don't see it on all VAR decisions, unless that is a new rule now. Someone next to me said to me that it is a new rule. Apparently, they do show every single VAR decision on the screen. But I don't really... Look, it's not for me to say whether I agree with it or disagree with it. My opinion is that I don't think it's the right thing to do because, as you say, Jazz, like that, that got the Leeds fans yesterday absolutely incensed. Made them absolutely go ballistic, and and I suppose in a sense rightly so. But I shouldn't be showing it on the screens because that could cause, like untold, like you could cause, like I don't know, like, but you get where I'm coming from, sort of.
Yeah.
Did you? The thing what got me was I think that was probably one of Benrahma's best games since Leicester, in my opinion. Yesterday, he wanted the ball. He was turning the Leeds players inside out. Phillips was the one trying to get close to him, but the one player his shooting's been so good. But like you said, Meslier has been on such good form this season. Was Fornals' chance just before half time? I thought if that went in, I thought our luck was out, personally. What about you, Mike? What did you reckon of it?
Well, I'm trying to think back. I know it was obviously only yesterday, and I'm
that's all right.
I
put you on the spot. I put you on the spot.
Yeah,
it was basically the old Fornals, wasn't it? He was clean through, hesitated, and the goalkeeper managed to block it. Really, I think. And
was that the one when he was 1-on-1 with the keeper?
Yeah, that's the one.
He fell over when taking the shot.
I'll be honest with you. I thought that Fornals, when I saw it on the replay after the game, I thought that maybe his last touch let him down a little bit. He took it a little bit too far. But I mean, look, if you put any of us in a West Ham shirt and put us in the starting 11 and put us in a football, like in that sort of high cooker pressure situation, then I'm sure like because they're only human at the end of the day, aren't they? So not going to get it right every time, but it was a very what's the word, gilt-edged chance, wasn't it? So on another day he'd have put it away. I mean, nothing against Fornals, but maybe you wanted someone else to be in that position, like on the ball in that particular position, like Antonio, or like Bowen. Because obviously Antonio, going back to what you just said about Benrahma, I thought Benrahma actually done. I would agree that was one of his best games probably since the start of the season. Yesterday, and he was also really getting back and also defending very well as well. He was tracking back very well, and he was, it was like an all-rounded performance, a well-rounded performance, if you like. So. I like what I saw yesterday, and obviously Antonio and Bowen yesterday were absolutely just outstanding. As I say, I was I couldn't really obviously see, no one I thought could see that result coming at the end, or that, the end product. And I was even saying to, my mate next to me, like, take off Antonio because he looks knackered. He looks knackered, and he only needs one chance, and he gobbles it up. And what a way to. Look, let's go back to Bowen's goal, because Bowen actually got in the right space, and obviously this is the second half after our goal was disallowed, because it was like 1-0. What was it? 1-0 at half time, right? Yeah. So and then obviously we score in the second half, and that goal obviously, with Antonio and Meslier, and that goal, obviously gets disallowed, and probably rightly so. Probably at the time I thought to myself, there's not absolutely nothing wrong with it, but obviously you see it back, and there's, and as I say, Antonio is a bit of a lucky boy. But anyway, you go to like Bowen's goal, he obviously took two or maybe even three deflections, I think. Like, it just, he was so lucky. But it just goes to show that when he got in the right areas, it really, really, like, it made all the difference. And, he pretty much had no right to score from where he shot from.
I think that hit the backside of the defender. And don't forget, this was Bowen's third game in a week. So he's the only player who's more or less played 90 minutes in all the games. And David Moyes said, I purely did it because his fitness levels are really, really high. And
well, this is the thing. Jazz, like, I was a little bit concerned at the fact that at half time and the first half, I was saying, like, well, Bowen perhaps maybe shouldn't have started, because not because he's not good enough. Of course, he's good enough, but he's like you've just said. We've got other players that can come into. I thought another player that yesterday, I don't know if you'd agree with me or not, that looks a little bit leggy and a bit not sort of at the races, was Soucek. Because a lot of people have been saying that Soucek should be given a bit of a rest. We've got a player in Alex Král on the bench who I thought, if that's what he'd done against Man U, then no disrespect to Leeds, but he would have, I'm not saying he would have had a field day, but he would have been able to have controlled that, that midfield alongside Rice. But obviously a little bit inexperienced. He's not played in the Premier League before. Even I thought to myself, why don't we even play someone like, Diop? I'm sure I'm right in thinking that in the past, when we've been in trouble, Diop's played in that position and done quite well for us. Yeah. But only because, I'm not doubting Soucek's ability, of course. It's just fitness. It's a fitness level. And what struck me yesterday is the fact that those players that looked, that were playing yesterday, looked like they were the 11 players that were playing on Wednesday. And that's what really annoyed me. And I thought to myself, well, hold on, like most of you guys, apart from Bowen, haven't played on you're not played on Wednesday, so you should be like really fresh. But we just looked a bit, as I say, in the first half, like obviously after Leeds scored, a bit sluggish, a bit, misplaced passes, but we still. I don't think at that point I was worried, because I honestly thought that Leeds could have gone in. Look, it could have been a case of Leeds going in at 3-0 at half time, or it could have been a case of going in at, 4-3 or something to Leeds. If there were that many chances, but I thought Leeds had the more, clear-cut chances, but they weren't very clinical in the final third. So that obviously played into our hands, and that's probably, we were lucky, as I say, to go into at half time only at 1-0 down. We were very, very, we were very much improved in the second half. I mean, I don't think really tactically from where I was. I mean, I was right up in the gods, literally at Elland Road, and I don't think that Moyes actually changed anything as such in terms of tactics. But I saw that one thing that I noticed, which was quite interesting, is that interchange between Antonio and Bowen. So sometimes Antonio coming out more wide, and then Bowen being, and there was they're constantly interchanged, and it was, we had I felt like more energy in the second half, more willingness to try and get forward, to try and, 5 minutes into the second half, I thought, okay, this is, it's good. And then sort of Leeds it was a very, a topsy-turvy game, I think.
Yeah.
And Leeds will feel hard done by. And as I said yesterday, we've probably played a lot worse. I mean, I don't think we played much worse and come away with a win.
Yeah.
And Elland Road is not an easy place to go at all.
Yeah.
So there's a couple of interesting points, Mike, on the back of what you said. Is a lot of fans are saying that Soucek is not quite up there so far this season. So it's not just this game. They've been noticing that. Perhaps, like you said, take him out the firing line, and we know Crowell is more than capable of filling that position in, really. The other key moment was after 35 minutes was Raphinha hitting the post in the first half. Again, the game could have been over by then, 2-0 down, really. And the other thing is that from the Leeds fans' point of view, they felt that Cresswell, who was marking Antonio, did a really good job on him, they felt. And then Antonio, they keep saying he's in good form, so other fans don't quite recognise that it's not really form. Antonio is really this good for the past 18, 24 months for us, so they still think Antonio's going through this form thing. He's not really that good. So it's really interesting listening to what the Leeds fans are thinking as well.
So I've just had a look. Yeah, that's what Richard was saying. The feeling when we go 1-0 down is we'll score and move on, and that's just not the players who we've got. That's the mentality. Everyone laughed when Moyes went, winning is what I do, and when he come back, and he's not wrong, is he? He's not wrong, and it's just an amazing.
It's kind of
mindset, attitude.
Everyone, different captains on the pitch.
No, definitely. Carl, what did you make of anything, mate? Sorry, we've rabbled on for 20. Sorry.
No, there's a lot to unpack there. Give me a question. I don't need to think which ones to really answer. There's so much there.
What did you reckon of the disallowed goal incident?
I'll use sort of what they use in F1 as a term. They say it's a racing incident whenever there's something. It's a foul, but it's what happens when two people are just going for it. So it was just a game incident. It's what happens. It doesn't happen often enough that a person is challenging the keeper going for a ball, but that's the way it used to be. It shouldn't be that easy. They shouldn't be as protected as they are, and. Giving me yellow was alright. It's definitely not a red, and I think the yellow was more from the pressure of the crowd as well. But I can see why he was given it, but he's definitely not to be sent off or something like that. It's what happens when two lads are committed to going in for the ball. And we've seen, was it Haller who won one against a keeper before? Southampton game, I think, was it?
Yeah, and then he's got the rebound, didn't he? He won the header.
So it can be done correctly without fouling people, so you may as well go for it more.
Sorry, James. We're literally going to be going for another 10 minutes because of Jake's show. So we'll wrap this up quick. But the next one in future, we'll definitely grab you on, mate. Sorry. What? Bowen, Mike. Obviously, you were there yesterday. Do you reckon the crowd, like our fans, definitely played their part yesterday? Because obviously I was watching it, and all you could hear us, and I think that's the mentality what we've got now, and the fans just believe in it. And obviously when that goal went in, the first goal even, the scenes, and did you have goosebumps? It sounded like the place was rocking.
The team, and the players have this never say die attitude. I think.
Yeah.
And the atmosphere yesterday was. I mean, obviously, when we scored, we equalised. It was a how can I? What's the word? Like a little bit of ecstasy, if you like.
This is a clean channel, Mike. There's a clean. I'm joking.
No, we were ecstatic. We were ecstatic that we equalised, and yeah, I mean, we kind of went. I guess you could kind of say it's fair to say that we went from strength to strength after we equalised, and we believed, and I'd like to think that sort of transpired to the pitch. Even though they're surrounded mostly by Leeds fans, but we just played our game, and I think we played our game more in the second half, obviously, than what we did in the first half. We were passing the ball very well. We were getting forward a lot more. We were getting in a lot more. Attacking positions. What you said, I want to just go back to a point. What you or Jas said about Raphinha. He was a constant thorn in our side yesterday, and even I thought to an extent, even though he was quite unlucky for the own goal, was Junior Firpo, who's a player that we were linked with over the summer, and I'm kind of look. I don't want to say I'm glad we didn't get him, but he would have been a useful addition to our side, I think. Yeah. But look, as I say, I said yesterday, I don't really watch West Ham play that badly and still manage to come away with a win. Yeah. And in the manner that we came away with the win as well. Like, it's almost you could almost call it a smash and grab.
Yeah, no, definitely.
And it was just great it's such a feel good factor with the fans around the club at the moment, around the players.
That's what makes the good teams, though. A good team can win a game after an off performance. That's what's made all the big boys big boys over the years.
Yeah, we done that last year. Mike, because we're pressed for time, and James is going to come on for a couple of minutes after, I want to talk about, obviously, the most important moment of the match was Declan Rice running with the ball in our own half and then releasing Mikel Antonio. What was it like being in the ground? What was the moment before the ball went in and after?
What with the lead up to the goal? It was a little bit of how can we say, like, is this happening sort of thing? Like, oh my God, like Antonio's clean through, and you think like, okay, he's got like a defender to sort of take on, and and he took it like he took that chance like he was a seasoned striker. To be honest with you, looked like he'd been playing as a striker all his career. Yeah. The way he opened up his body, I mean, the way when I saw it on the replay after the game going home, like it just looked so good to actually, to like the first time I saw it, I thought, wow, that's actually such a good technique and finish that he, and the scenes, obviously, you know exactly what I mean when I say scenes. It was just, well, I mean, we almost had to pinch ourselves, and you just had to be, you spare a little thought for Leeds, not too much of a thought for Leeds, but you could see their fans just absolutely deflated. Didn't really have time. Their players didn't really have time to sort of do anything else after that, because we take. I'm just thinking to myself, like, obviously there was about half half a minute after
Yeah.
he'd scored, and I just thought to myself, like, you've got to just get the ball down the other end of the pitch and just boot it, just get rid of it, you know.
Definitely. What was the crowd like? Obviously, I saw there's someone who we actually know. He was one of the persons who run on the pitch and gave Bowen a hug, and he's quite happy with his performance, giving Bowen a hug yesterday. But did you lose any limbs when we scored?
No, I didn't lose any limbs. No, thankfully, no, I wouldn't. Are you talking about the incident right at the end of the game? Or?
Yeah. No. So when Antonio scored, obviously a few of our players invaded the pitch. So.
Oh, I know. I know. Well, I'm sure you know who it was. I'm not gonna. Don't want to give him too much publicity, but it was kind of nice to see, but I mean, look, I don't understand. Look, nice to see that obviously they were, like ecstatic and really happy that we obviously, we had scored and everything, but you got to control yourself at the end of the day. I mean, that guy, I'm not mentioning his name, but that guy has been banned before. Yeah. And he's likely to get, he's likely to get, it's not me, because I'm not like one of these people who think like it should be banned, but he's likely to probably get a life ban. Why would you do that at the end of why would you do that when you've worked so hard to try and get yourself back to watching games? Like, it was just a little bit...
Fever, did you recognise him?
I haven't seen him, mate. I haven't seen him.
You have to. There's a couple of pictures. Yeah, there's a couple of pictures. Sorry, James. Yeah, like I said, but we'll let you come on and have your say. What did you reckon yesterday?
Unreal.
Yeah.
Unreal, mate. I'm starting to see a different West Ham now. This is a West Ham now that is basically, we're going to these places and expecting to win. Like, we're going to Leeds away and going, you know what, we'll go there and win that. And just be honest, I think all of us can agree. Leeds, many years ago, and Jez can agree with this, we never used to get anything at Leeds. You used to go there and get slapped quite a lot. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. And now we're going to these places and we're winning, mate. We're winning. We're not giving up. We're 100% foot to the floor for the whole 95, 94 minutes, whatever it is. And I'm just so proud of the team, mate. Really am.
Yeah, no, definitely. What we'll do is I think this might be a lot closer than previous matches. We'll start with you, Jazz, and work around who quickly, like 15, 20 seconds. Who's your man of the match and why?
Oh wow, man of the match.
If you're not on the spot, if anyone else has got any, we'll let you have time to think. Carl?
Yeah, it's tricky, isn't it?
Overall, I think, in fairness, I'd give it to the young Cresswell fella from Leeds, but for us, it would be Benrahma. Yeah. No. Any reason why? For Benrahma, I thought he just had a really overall game. Like, he was all over the pitch, and he just looked solid. And I thought that Cresswell lad dealt with Antonio really well for his debut, and I thought he was really solid. He looks like he's going to be a really good centre back. Yeah, no, definitely. Mike?
It's got to be one person only. It's not who other people think it is. It's Super Jared Bowen.
Yeah.
I mean, look, he's like Iron Man. He don't stop running. Like, literally, just does not stop. And like Jazz said earlier, he's played almost 3 games in less than in a week. And
6 days, yeah.
6 days,
and that's just testament to his fitness levels and testament to the player. And he's really, you can kind of see now why other teams are courting him, are sort of after him. And I don't want us to get rid of him, and I don't think we will get rid of him. I mean, he's only, he's not even he's not even 25 yet, is he?
No, they're all under 25, most of the signings, yeah.
So basically, I mean, that's one that we need to hold on to for as long as we can. And he's playing, you could kind of say that he's playing in an unnatural position as well, because his natural position is striker. That's where we signed him from Hull as a striker, and he's now playing more, sort of on the, almost as a winger, sort of, if you like. So definitely Bowen for me. There's no hesitation there. So
Gaza agrees with you. James, for you?
Obviously, I didn't see the whole 90, so I can't really go and give someone a rating, but I think Declan Rice's pass to Antonio's like a world-class pass. That's definitely like, I think that's the boy and everyone's raving about it. I think Antonio's finish deserves a man of the match performance because to keep calm under that pressure in front of goal, he could have. How many times have we all seen him spoon that wide or over the bar or hit the post or hit the crossbar or something? Yeah. So I'm just gonna. Do you know what? I'm just gonna say Dec because I know it might not have been great. I might be completely wrong, but that pass to find Antonio to win us the game is world class, and that got us the 3 points.
Yeah, Gaza says Bowen as well. Jazz, for you?
I'll go for Benrahma because I think even the pundits on Sky were saying he's the only guy that's trying. And sometimes if 8, 9 are not trying, but you're seeing one guy doing really well, it kind of G's the other team up. Especially at half-time, David might have said, look, just follow what Benrahma's doing. We're not out of it yet. Let's get back in. So I'll just go for him purely because the first half was up and down and he was quite consistent. And sometimes you watch him and then it rubs off on the other players, I think. So I go for Benrahma.
No, for me, I'm giving it a Dec because not even in the first half, Mike, you can probably back me up on this. He's breaking up the play was ridiculous, and he's just got such an engine now running with the ball, and he was just running past them, playing crucial passes, and then obviously he got the crucial one. And everyone says it. Oh, he's what he done at the end of the game, flipping, giving it all that, chucking his shirt. He's a happy West Ham player. Yeah. All these other clubs saying he's not happy and all this. And if we just keep improving, he's not going anywhere. He's not going anywhere.
I agree with you there. And I do believe we win something if he's in our team. Like, I really do. I don't know why. I've got this vibe with West Ham at the minute. I've never read this before. That I just feel that we can do something this year. Yeah. I really do. Whether it's a cup or whether it's Champions League, like getting fourth. I don't know. Let's be honest, we've lost one game this season, and we've lost one game really to a worldie. And we haven't really played bad in any game really. We played good in spells, but maybe Southampton we could have done better. But other than that, we've been pretty decent. Right, every game we played in.
No, definitely, boys. Thank you for this morning. I know it's early. I ain't even had my breakfast yet, so I'm hungry as well. And obviously we've got young Jake going and talking about a mid-table clash today. I don't know if you know it. Our neighbours up the road, Tottenham Arsenal, was battle for mid-table, I think. So Jake's doing that as well. But Mike, it's a pleasure. Thanks for coming on, mate. I know you were there, so it was just great to get another.
We'll get you on again, Mike. You're part of the family now, so hopefully I'm going to disturb you a bit more now coming forward.
Yeah, I appreciate that. I can sort out the camera situation a bit more as well.
No, don't be stupid. James as well, thanks for coming on, mate. I know it was brief.
Thanks, Dave.
That's all right. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, Carl, as always. And Rick, we've got a couple of shows coming up this week. Obviously, we've got the preview for the first Europa League game at home. So listen out for that. And that'll be my last show as a 29-year-old because I'll be back. I'll be back as a 30-year-old man after my holiday. So. But
it's all downhill when you get to 30.
James, don't. I think a few people have said I've only got a few more haircuts left now as well.
No more 18 to 30, mate. Last one.
I can beat you on that, Andy. I'm going to be 40 in November, so.
We're definitely going out for a drink then, Mike. All of us, we'll all go. But no, gents, thanks for coming on, and like you said, a positive result at Elland Road. And hope bring it on Thursday. But no, everyone in the chat as well, really appreciate it. So take care, everyone.
Yeah, cheers.
Come on, you irons.
Cheers, guys. Come on, you irons.
Take care, lads.
Cheers.
Take care, guys.